Hi all, Hipper here. As I said in a video a few days ago, I've been taking Khabarovsk out more recently, because really I enjoy it. And I'm using my Makarov build here with Rumble and Azure Lane Baltimore as inspirations. Now Khabarovsk here is pretty much the only legendary ship that I really like to play at the moment. I kind of like Yamato as well sometimes, but it's nowhere near as consistent as Khabarovsk is. And of course, uh, it's not going to save you from losing battles in Legendary Tier, because Legendary Tier is just so uneven and it's really, really hard to, well, judge what you're in for pretty much. Like, for example, here we have a Yamato without camouflage on. That's interesting. I mean, I don't understand why you would do that. I realize some people like the steely look, but you can find camouflage that just look almost like you don't have one on. But anyway, so I'm heading in like straight off the bat here to Cap, and it looks like the enemies are actually heading in as well. So I'm taking it a little bit easy here to see what's actually going to happen. So I decide just to attack this guy here and see how long I can get away with shooting at him without actually getting anything in return. And as you see, I've just fired torps here, because I'm kind of hoping that I'm going to get him with at least a few. But he is speeding up, and that's a bit unfortunate. So he will actually survive this first torp attack here, but I can promise you that he won't survive the next one. So anyway, I will just be sitting here in my smoke because he's being spotted by the rest of my team, who are also heading into the cap, or at least staying very close to the cap, which is good. So obviously there's a destroyer in here because someone was capping this cap before the Kurfürst entered. So I know that for a fact, and I'm just waiting to see what the enemies are deciding to do here, because I don't want to go and chase that other destroyer out if that means I'll be rushed by everyone else. And there was a bunch of torps there, and that looked like Shimakaze torps. So pretty sure there's two battleships and a Shimakaze in here. And of course there's a Alaska all the way to the right. So it's not the best odds here, but I mean, it's also not bad. I mean, the battleships are not much of a problem. It's more if that other destroyer suddenly spots me or something like that. But as it is now, it looks like he's hiding somewhere on the other side of the mountains, so I don't have to worry about him for the time being. So with this Yamato here out of the way, it's safe for me to come out and do a little bit of spotting and perhaps fire a few torps as well. This Yami here, my team, is taking care of him, so I don't really have to worry about him at the time being. And there we have the Shima. He was just spotted there for a second, so we are going to prioritize him naturally. And it looks like he is going to hide again behind the island, so we're going to make an S maneuver here pretty much, where trying to take out this Kurfürst here, and I'm expecting him to go forward now, so that's why I fired the torps in front of him instead of at the back where the indicator told me to. And we'll just do the second part of the S here, and then round the island, and then fire another broadside of torps at this Yamato here. And again, I just saw the Shima, he's sitting there. And we got the Kurfürst. Very nice, done. And we'll keep pushing this Shima here, because don't want him to get torps off. And we got the Yamato as well, so very successful so far. And just really want to get this kill here, but it gets not stolen, but someone finished him off, which is fine. So that's it. This cap is ours now, and I'm just gonna use this smoke here that I assume the Shimakaze actually laid out to sit here in peace and quiet and set this Alaska here on fire. So after this guy retreats, there's no one left to contest this cap here, and we have taken it very, very easily with no losses at all, which is quite good, of course. Now, if you look on the right flank now, something happens that I really hate, and that's ramming, especially this early in the game. It's not even been 5 minutes. And we have 2 blue battleships versus 1 red battleship. So, obviously they're going to win that duel. So, really, what is the point in ramming the red ship here? Just bow tank him. But, yeah. Okay, fine. We are ahead by ships by quite a margin now, so it doesn't really matter too much. But it's still, it's just one of those things in legendary battles that just makes them less fun. And it reminds me of Tier 7 back when this game first came out, and like, I guess nobody really knew what they were doing, or at least some people didn't know what they were doing. And it's just like legendary tier reminds me of that, and it has been doing that for the whole time it's been available, pretty much. And it's getting old, I think. And I think it would help with like some decent cruisers. Like, we still only have Alaska, which is just well, honestly, I don't think it's a very good cruiser for doing cruiser things. It's a decent battleship, like wannabe battleship, but a cruiser, yeah, I don't find it very useful. So until we get something interesting like SAO or RE4 or something like that, like a real agile legendary cruiser, Khabarovsk is the closest you're going to get to that at legendary tier at the moment. And I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's a fun ship to play, and I always have a good time in it, pretty much. And if you haven't researched it yet, you have, for example, gone for Shimakaze instead or something like that, then I would suggest you you research it before you start on Conqueror or whatever else the other ship is. I think it's a lot of fun, and that's really what's needed at legendary tier at the moment, is some fun. I'm not really sure what could be done to make the current legendary tier more interesting and well, basically get more people to play it. I mean, a lot of people complain that the service costs are too high. Personally, I don't think they are. I think they should be perhaps a little bit higher, actually. But I understand why some people want to have them lowered, so like it's not a loss playing at this tier. It is a difficult question in my opinion here, so I think we should probably find somewhere else to make legendary tier a little bit more appealing to the masses, and perhaps a little bit more appealing to the players who usually play tier 7 or tier 5, which seems to be the more well, not competitive tiers, but where most of the veteran players gather. So how to do that is another question, and I hope Wargaming has a plan, because I know for a fact I'm not the only one who finds legendary tier, well, dreadful, to be honest. And it is something that will have to be tackled sooner than later. So that was a Khabarovsk battle here, and with a good cap brawl and quite a bit of action here. I mean, I like the ship, it's good. And like I said, I can recommend it completely. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.